disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me as always, my podcast partners, Angel Diaz and Joe Hartley. What's up, fellas?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. On Mondays, you got Raw with Mimi and Lump. Tuesdays is CTE with Chris, Los, and Travis. Wednesdays is us, Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Mike, Joe, and Angel. And on Thursdays, you can get the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Fellas, it's showtime. What's going on?
Not much, man. You're talking about all those other podcasts right now. It's just us and Inside Scoop holding it down.
You know what, man? You're right about that, but I think CTE is recording right now. I think they are.
Yeah. I know they had some internet issues and stuff. I'm just messing with them.
Yeah. And I don't know what's up with Raw. I haven't listened in a while.
I think they get a little bit like they really want to do it, and then I think they get life gets in the way a little bit for them. So I'm sure they'll be back.
They just
a little up and down.
They just completed their tournament, so they did pretty good.
I mean, I will say this Gene is probably one of the busiest people I've ever seen. Angel, I don't know how Angel teaches, does karate, and still finds time for this. And, I stay busy, but I can pretty much 9 o'clock. I'm available most nights at 9 o'clock. So it's not an easy thing to do. I will say that. And I'm just messing with the other folks. So to consistently keep things going every week, it's not an easy thing to do. So,
right.
We got to pat ourselves on the back and let everyone know, if you're mad at them, don't be. They'll get back together. I'm missing it. I know that because that's my work. That's how I get through my job, man.
Listening to Raw?
Listening to Raw, CTE. I listen to them all. Inside Scoop.
You know what, man? One time I made a mistake of listening to Raw, and I was at home. I was at home. I had my JBL speaker going. Champ is here. Champ was here, and I'm washing dishes or something, and they got to going. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta turn this off right now. Raw is definitely Raw. They really go 100%. At it. Yeah, 100%. The perfect name. Perfect name for them, and just so happened to be their initials, Regina and Willie.
They don't pull no punches over there.
Right.
So, but as far as the week going, man, it's been a pretty good week. We just finished out celebrating all the May. We have a lot of May birthdays in my family, so we're just getting through the rest of the family. Like I did, mine. I did my son's. He had his friend's birthday, but now we're just kind of getting through the family. So we finished that out this weekend, and then Memorial Day finished with my parents, and other than that, it's been pretty chill.
Sweet. This is the first time I've talked to you since Thursday.
Yep.
I left you. I left you in control of the space station. You had control of the dojo Thursday night, man. How did it go?
What happened?
Everything went really well, but I did have to get into the advanced class. So I had to get their ass a little bit. Not gonna lie.
What happened?
It's just the same couple of people. You know who they are, and we're not going to pull names or anything, but that want to start. I don't want to fight that person, or they want to run around and goof around. And I literally sat them down and I said, we used to come in on Fridays, and there could be 20 of us, 30 of us, and we would fight everybody sometimes twice. I didn't go up against. Someone that, and 90% of the people in there were better than me, and I wanted to fight them all. And we would just literally fight. And if you had to step out for 5 seconds or 5 minutes to get a water break and take a breath and then come back in, we would literally fight for 2 hours until we passed out. And then, 20 people would become 15 and 10. And then it was 2 people fighting back and forth. But I said, like, we wanted to fight. Like, that's all we wanted to do. We couldn't wait for Fridays. And I said, and then Thursday comes and I'm seeing some of you want to be here. Some of you want to just complain. And I'm like, I just don't get it. Like, you get to hit people and not get in trouble. Like, that's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. What I notice is the students that you're talking about, the way that we used to be, Joe, are in my purple belt class. Some of those little kids that's in that purple belt class, they got some serious heart. They got some big hearts, and they like to hit.
One of them stayed over. And
I know.
His dad. I
did that on purpose.
Yeah, but he was hanging.
Yes.
He was hanging.
I knew he was.
And I loved it. And I made an example of him. I'm like, look at you guys. I was like, he come over from the beginner class to come fight with y'all. And this is what you're going to show him. I said, you guys are you're supposed to be the standard here. And so you guys got to show out. And I just said, I really want you guys to think about that because, I'm serious. Like, this is supposed to be the best day, fight day. I love fight day. Let's have fight day every day.
Yeah, I've had numerous talks with that advanced class. And that's why, honestly, one of the reasons why I really wanted you to come in to the dojo and to be an instructor, because I know everybody is not going to be a fighter. Everybody doesn't want to fight.
Yeah.
So I looked at that and said, you know what? I got to get somebody who can teach weapons because they might gravitate toward weapons. They might not want to fight. Yep. You can't force everybody to be fighters or else, you can lose some business that way. So that's why I said I needed someone to teach forms, weapons. And then we're going to get into doing some creative forums, man. We're going to have to sit down, put our heads together and create some creative forums for these kids, man, just so we can give them other outlets and things to do. And that's why I want to bring in the boxing coach and the jiu-jitsu instructor also. I just don't want jump kick martial arts to be just karate and just sports karate. It got to be more.
And that's what you got to do nowadays anyway. That's what has to happen to keep things going nowadays. Everybody wants a little bit of everything.
Yep. So other than that, everything went cool?
Yeah, everything was good. It was no problems.
Cool. Angel, what's up, man? What's going on with you?
I just want to say, that's a good way of you thinking. You got to incorporate more than just what you do in terms of karate. You have to. I learned that probably doing this past year and a half. Especially me, I go to boxing on Wednesdays. I got amateur boxing matches coming up. I got kickboxing matches coming up. It just, you offering that to the kids, it just makes it so much more. It brings more value to what you do, honestly, man. So that's a good way to look at it. Man, I'm sick as a dog. I feel terrible. I've had a crazy long weekend. I'm sure you guys have seen. I was competing. Then the next day I had softball. Then today I had the Memorial Day parade with my karate students. So I've just been running all over the place.
Softball.
I was going to bring that up as soon as he got done, Joe.
Yeah, so I play softball over here. The Spanish leagues is a really big thing. You play it's somewhat like basketball, and you play for big money. So at the end of the year, they have a $10,000. If you win the World Series, you win $10,000. You split it among the teammates. It's huge over here. It's really big. I represented Puerto Rico at one point. I got my jersey up in my up on a display case. So I represented Puerto Rico for that. It's huge up here in the Northeast. And if you go to anywhere where it's hot, so Florida, New York, up here, and in all seriousness, it's just pretty much where you're in the boroughs of the Spanish community. You'll find softball on a weekend, and it's actually a big thing, man.
I'm surprised you're able to fit in that time. I'm surprised you're able to fit in the time to do that, man. Because you're really
real
busy.
with you. It's an all day thing on a Sunday. It's an all day thing on a Sunday, bro. It's an all day Sunday thing. If you have 2 times you play it. You either play at 10 and you get 10 a.m. and you get done by 2, or you play at 2 p.m. and you get done by like 6. It's just ridiculous. So it's a lot.
Have you had a situation where you've had a tournament on the same day as a game?
Oh, that happens all the time.
Mm.
So what I do is, man, I tell everybody before they pay me. I tell them, I'm like, listen, like I everyone knows I compete. Everybody knows like the level I do it at. It's not just for fun. It's like I'm actually doing it because I have some skill to it. So I give them my schedule and they like look at it. So that way there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You get what you're paying me to play. You know what you're getting, and that's it. Like I'm not there certain weekends. You already know that.
All right, you just said something that's interesting to me. You just said something. So they pay you. The baseball team pays you to play.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I get $4,000 a year. Yes, sir.
Okay. But the tournaments don't pay you. The karate tournaments are not paying you. So
ain't that something?
So you go to the tournament and miss out on the guaranteed money. Martial artists are very
Isn't
interesting.
That something? Yeah.
For the love of the game, man. It's for the love of the game.
No, I get it. I hear you. I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of this, man. Before we started our pre-show, man, it goes back to what we were discussing at the beginning of this, man. Tournaments and these promoters, man, it's something else. Go ahead, Angel.
No, I was just gonna say, just like it's crazy because I get paid. We have a 40-game season, and I get paid $100 a game, and I play 2 every Sunday. So on a Sunday, I make $200. Like it's nothing, and like it's not everyone gets that. You gotta be good. There's like a certain level. It's like just like karate. Like you gotta be good to earn a sponsorship on a team. Like it's gotta be a certain level at it. But yeah, man. But I like how you said, man. We do karate for the love of it. That's what it is. So.
Okay,
just how it goes, but yeah.
Either one of you guys, it was cool, man. I'll get to that in a second. One quick question for both of you: did either one of you guys barbecue? Like it is, like right now we're recording and it is Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day. Either one of y'all barbecue?
I mean, I got no problem barbecuing. But today I was at my parents' today, so yeah, we had some steak and some chicken.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Joe. I like it. Okay. Got a little soul in you. I like that now. Okay.
That was delicious.
Man, okay. Did you, Angel, you said, what did you say?
It's not in my culture. We don't do that.
Memorial Day. You guys don't celebrate Memorial Day. Okay.
You want to know how? Right. I mean, listen. Man, I don't want to make it sound bad, but like, do Hispanics celebrate it? Yes, but they don't celebrate it as like Memorial Day. They just celebrate it as like, oh, like fiesta. Let's go. We're just gonna go get some drinks. Like, it's not like really like you know what I'm trying to say. Like they don't celebrate it like the meaning. That's what.
So it's no barbecues, it's no picnics, and it's none of that. Okay.
No, that's not like I said. Like the most you'll get is like people will like throw a party. But they kind of throw it just because, like, we're just throwing a party just because, it's summer. Like, listen, in all seriousness, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, at a certain point, like, in a Spanish culture, like, almost every weekend's a holiday. Like, it's like we let loose. Weekend's a holiday. Let's chill out. It's someone's birthday every weekend. It's just how it goes.
I hear you. Well, my weekend has been pretty chill also, man. I didn't barbecue either. Of course not. I don't barbecue. Yeah, I just been chilling, man. Like, I told both you guys I'm in transition into a new job. I don't start training to the new job until next week. So last week I had off. This week I have off also. And it feels good, man. Like I haven't had extended amount of time off from working. And I don't know, 3 or 4 years. It's been a long time, so I'm just enjoying this time off. Just getting stuff done around the house, getting stuff done with the dojo, getting the comic ready to relaunch the comic strip, getting back to that, getting the clothing line going. Got some new designs and new t-shirts put up. So, I'm just enjoying myself, man, taking my time and doing what I want to do, man. So it was pretty cool, man. Me and Melissa, we went out a couple times over the weekend. And I had Champ today, and he kicked it over here. Other than that, man, I just been chilling, And watch the movie. Watch this movie. I watched it over the weekend. I had to watch it twice. Now, Angel is ready. Hey, Joe, Angel is ready to blow me up. That's what he's ready. He's ready right now. You know why?
Go.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready right now because he thinks I don't like the movie, and he was almost right. He was almost right about that. I had to watch the movie twice. The first time I saw the movie, it wasn't making sense to me at first. The first time I had to after I watched it, I finished watching it, and I thought it was something wrong with me. So I turned to Mel. Melissa watched it with me. I turned to her and said, are you following this? Are you understanding what's going on? And she was like, no, I don't get it. I said, okay, it's just not me. All right, cool. And this is like at the halfway point of the movie. So we finished watching it. And at the second half of the movie, stuff started making a little bit more sense to me. So I rewound it back to the beginning. As soon as it went off, I just watched the movie again. And then everything made more sense. It was just the fact that they were showing certain scenes. And they didn't say, well, now this is the flashback. You know what I mean? So they did that. They did that a couple times. And originally, I didn't know who the hero and the villains were. I couldn't tell at first, because at first I thought that was Michael Jai White and Michael Bisping. I thought they were part of the heroes. They weren't. But how the movie starts, it makes you believe that they were to a certain point.
My thing about this movie was it didn't know its identity. It didn't know what kind of movie. Did it want to be a martial arts movie? Did it want to be Did it want to be a military movie?
Yeah.
Did it want to be a political movie?
Yeah.
Did it want to be a movie of betrayal?
Yeah.
Like there was so many different aspects. It was like, what kind of movie are we actually watching?
And funny you say that, because I was thinking the same thing as I was watching it, and I was like, is this a martial arts movie? My favorite question. I need to get that on a t-shirt. Is this a martial arts movie? And originally I said, okay, what makes it a martial arts movie? To me, it was the actors. That's what made just about everybody in the movie was martial artists. As far as the main cast, they were all martial artists. So in my head, I replaced them. I said, okay, let's just say Ryan Reynolds is in this movie. Would this still be a martial arts movie? And my thought was no, it wouldn't. So I said, you know what? Angel is probably gonna get on my head if I say this is not a martial arts movie, even though I enjoyed it. So what I did, I went to go see what the industry thought, and I looked on IMDb and see what they said, and they do not classify this as a martial arts movie. It's action and suspense. So I said, okay, I get it. But I did like, once I watched it the second time, I love the movie. I like it. I don't really have too many complaints about it, Angel. So you don't have to worry. I'm not about to blow the movie up. We A1, bro. You have anything, Joe?
No, I mean, it was. I'm like in the middle, more or less. I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was bad. I did like the action.
You fooled me. I thought you loved it. You fooled me.
The martial arts was good.
Oh yeah, it was.
The martial arts was good, but it was just, for me, it was just too all over the place.
Okay.
Like I said, I think it needed more of an identity. They were speaking Chinese so much,
even
though they all spoke English, so I didn't understand that. Like,
they were switching their language. Some people were talking in Cantonese, and then some people were talking in Mandarin. And we know that because they said it. It actually said that.
So that was driving me crazy too. So I was just like, why are you all, like, a little bit of Chinese here and there is okay, but why are you all speaking Chinese when you all speak English?
Everybody.
It was just weird.
Yeah. All right. So, Angel, you have anything to say?
I was just gonna say, so for me, I like the movie, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Joe kind of like made me sum up the words a good way. I had a lower expectation for this movie, and it exceeded that. If that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Like to be real with you, I think you guys are all spot on. Like personally, I thought I was watching Expendables. Like that's really what I thought I was watching. It was just looked
Low
like
budget Expendables.
yeah, it was like a low budget Expendables, but like everybody was a martial artist instead of like everybody just did an action film. They all were martial artists. I just had low expectations because we at one like we never heard of the movie. Never really. It was like a straight to DVD thing, right? You know, not saying all those actors aren't good, but they're over the hill in the sense of like they're not making the prime movies anymore. So we don't know what we're gonna get. And personally, in my mind, I liked it only because of that. Now, in my mind, if I was going into the movie thinking it was gonna be like the new Mortal Kombat, like Shang-Chi, like it will be that good, I would have said this movie sucks. If that makes any sense. Like I had the expectation here. Like personally, tell me guys if you tell me what you think. This movie is like around Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Like it wasn't terrible, but like Annihilation was the one where like Liu Kang and Shao Kahn went into dragons and they were fighting each other at the end. It was kind of like stupid. Like,
no, I didn't really like that one.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. Like it wasn't like a terrible like this one wasn't. I didn't love this movie, but it was better than like Double Dragon and Street Fighter. Like that's how I saw it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I you know what? I'm not okay. When we get to the grading, we'll talk about.
Yeah, that's just how I saw like the movie. Like I didn't see. I kind of saw it as like a old, like 1990s movie. Like I didn't see it as like it wouldn't match up like a modern day good martial arts movie at all. It wouldn't have. So that's just how I saw it. But
especially with all the big names in it, like
to
me, I was like, that's a lot of big names. And then, but the fight scenes were good. I really did enjoy the fight scenes.
Personally, the fight scenes were amazing, but I would expect that. Like, how could you not have good fight scenes with those guys? Right? Exactly. My issue with this is like, tell me what you guys think. I think having movies with so many big names like that, everybody wants screen time, and there's not enough to go around. Yeah. So it makes for a movie to be so out of place because everybody wants their screen time, right? Like to be honest with you guys, like Tony Jaa started giving you some like little bits and pieces of Unbak with the way he was fighting. In the beginning, he's doing the whole thing in the ring when they're doing like the underground fight club. That's Unbak, like that's what he's known for. So everybody was doing kind of like their little like niche, but like I said, it's just like I don't know. I think too many big names is not good. That's just in my mind.
It's funny that you said that this kind of reminded you of the Expendables because when I was watching the movie, I kept thinking that George St. Pierre was going to be in this movie. Like it just felt like he should have been in the movie, like as one of Devereaux's guys, All right, let's get into the movie. Yeah. All right, we're talking about Triple Threat. All right, so this movie came out in 2019. Let me take a look at something.
Oh, was it 2019?
Yeah. Oh, okay. At least everything I've seen says 2019.
Okay, I thought it was 2020. Oh wait, hold on, real quick. What made Netflix classify this as a martial arts movie?
I didn't see that. I saw
all
it
the
on
people.
IMDb.
All the people.
No, I know. But remember last week I did it. I went through Netflix and I typed in martial arts movies, and that's how this came up. I just wondered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how the hell did they classify this as that?
Like Joe just said, just because all of the martial artists in the movie.
That's true.
So Devereaux, who was played by Michael J. White, Devereaux enlists mercenaries, ex-Thai Special Forces Paiyu and ex-Chinese Special Forces Long Fei for a humanitarian mission in Thailand to free prisoners. That's what they thought they were there to do. Unbeknownst to Paiyu and Long Fei, Devereaux and his crew, Moot, Joey, Steiner, and Dom want to free their leader, Collins, a terrorist. Devereaux and his crew shoot up the village guarded by Indonesian soldiers for hire, waking up Jaka and killing his wife. During the ensuing chaos, Paiyu and Jaka fight. Before the victor could be determined, Moot shoots a grenade at Jaka, knocking him out. Devereaux frees Collins. Okay, so the second time I saw this made sense. This whole thing, because I didn't know who was who at the beginning. When this all happened and they had Payu and Jaka fighting, it made no sense. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know who was on whose side. I didn't know anything. Who was the good guys? Who was the bad guys? Nothing. So I was lost at this beginning part.
You know the other thing that I'm thinking of right now, because I'm kind of just playing this a little bit in the background. The person behind all this, they didn't really give us much on her.
No, none.
They really just showed her once. The
Yep.
guys talked to her once, and then she was arrested. Well,
and then there was another
spoiler
guy.
alert.
Wasn't there another guy
arrested at the end? And it's like, who are you? What were you? What did you? We need. I feel like we needed more with that.
Yeah, but wasn't there another guy also? I thought there was another man, because the main person, like you were just saying, was a woman who they never gave any background or nothing.
She's the one that hired the mercenaries,
right? But that's all we know. Like there was,
yeah.
But
the gentleman that you kept seeing coming up was the father of the one that was trying to get her, that they were trying to kill.
No, I thought. Okay, so was there a scene where we see him from behind and we just see his head and his shoulders? Because there was someone who was talking and we saw them from behind, and it was like the room was like kind of dark or whatever. And I assumed that this person, I could have sworn this person had been speaking to Devereaux on the phone. But I thought this was before Collins had been released. I thought he was talking to someone else. So
it's very possible.
Okay, like I said, like all of that beginning, like I had to pull it back. After I watched the movie, I had to pull it back, and then things started making more sense. Let's see. Devereaux frees Collins, who had been enslaved and sadistically tortured for a long period of time. Did they say why Collins was in prison? What he had did? Like,
no, just some probably war crimes.
Who was holding him prison?
I guess the Indonesians.
Okay, so they never really dove into that and explained all of that. What had
Not
previously
really.
happened. Okay. Collins kills his captor. Devereaux double crosses Payu and Longfei to tie up loose ends, knocking him down into a cage. Collins sets a bomb to burn down the evidence. Payu and Longfei free the prisoners and barely escape. In the aftermath, Jocko wakes up and sees his village in shambles. After burying his wife and the villagers, he swears vengeance against Payu and the people responsible for the destruction of his village. So that was the very pretty much the opening scenes of the movie. Angel, do you have anything you want to say about the opening scenes?
Bro, listen, let me just tell you something. I did not know who Scott Adkins was with all that damn hair.
No, I didn't either.
Bro,
I didn't know until almost at the end of the movie.
Yo, it threw me off.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I just didn't like the opening scene.
Okay.
I just was so lost on like what's happening. But I think that's just like a me thing. I don't like when movies start out and like stuff starts blowing up and all this and that, because I'm like, whoa, what happened? Like what? I like always rewind it and I watch the same thing over and I'm like, what happened? Like I like more backstory before we get to the action. Just like
right.
a little bit, like at least have like a conversation. Then something blows up, not just we start and everything's just blowing up right away.
Right. Angel, do you know who the woman was who hired Devereaux and his crew?
No.
So you don't know either. Now,
Nope.
I just asked Joe this. Was there, I could have sworn there was a man who we saw also who was talking to Devereaux at the beginning of the movie. And we just saw him from behind.
With the white shirt or no?
No, I can't remember if he had a white shirt or not. I just thought that we saw him, like we saw his head and the back of his shoulders. And I thought, I don't know, maybe if I turn it back on and fast forward, maybe I can find this guy and see who he is. But I could have sworn that Devereaux was talking to someone at one point. Because I thought this guy must be the big boss right here. Oh, well. Anything else? No? Okay.
No, it was pretty straightforward.
All right. A few days later, Jaka learns that Payu and Longfei are participating in an illegal boxing ring in Mahajaya. After Payu defeats a boxer, Jaka and Longfei face off. Longfei beats Jaka, but Payu recognizes him as the villager he fought a few days ago. After hearing Jaka and giving him food, Jaka gets them drunk and calls the cops. Payu and Longfei are arrested and sent to the central police station. That was pretty funny, the way he did that. Set them up and used them as bait. to get Devereaux and the rest of those guys, Collins, to come back. Anything?
I mean, that right there started me going, what is the end game for this guy? Like what is it like? What? Okay, now you've learned that they're not a part of this, and then you set them up like that. I was like, are you you don't believe them? That's where the movie for me was kind of like, okay, like, well, what is this movie? But it was interesting.
The whole time I was thinking that he was going to end up dying. I thought he was going to end up dying in the end, sacrificing himself so he can, be reunited with his wife. That's what's going on.
He did try.
Oh, my first reaction, that's what I was like, man, snitches get stitches. You better chill out.
A philanthropist named, okay, I cannot say her name. Is it Cheyenne?
Cheyenne.
Okay, arrives in Mahajaya. Cheyenne plans to donate money to charity to purge the city's corruption. So Fang orders Collins and his crew to kill her. That's her name, Su Fang. Due to Cheyenne being an obstacle to Su Fang's criminal activities, as Madame Liang plans. Oh my goodness, these names. Takes Cheyenne to the Chinese embassy. Collins and his crew arrive and attempt to kill her. In the process, many local bodyguards are killed. Madame Liang is injured, but not before gunning down Dom and telling Cheyenne that she must go to Central Police Station, as that is the only place she will be safe. Man, so
she was wrong about that.
Yeah, she really was. That girl who ended up getting killed, that was Dom, right? She was on Devereaux's team.
Yeah.
Is that the one that she got hit with something like it was almost like a missile or something? It was something small because she blew up. Her whole when she got shot, everything blew up. You just saw like her lower body or whatever sitting there, but her upper body exploded.
Yeah, it was messy.
Yeah. Cheyenne arrives at the police station to get help, but they do not understand her due to her language barrier. The police take Long Fei to her and interrogate Paiyu in another room. Meanwhile, Collins and his crew arrive at the police station after a tip from Jaka. As Paiyu fights Steiner, Jaka shoots Steiner in the back, allowing Paiyu to kill Steiner. Jaka reveals that he is on their side and had Paiyu and Longfei arrested to draw Collins out. Longfei fights against Joey and beats him, escaping with Paiyu and Cheyenne. Jaka kills Mook by blowing her up. Oh, that was her name, Mook. Jaka kills Mook by blowing her up with a grenade launcher. Then meets up with Collins to ally him as acting as a mole. Okay. Would you have trusted Jaka?
No.
I don't think anybody could trust him, really. Like I'm watching the movie and didn't trust him to the very end. You're
telling me they didn't see him at the village and realize like they killed this whole group? Like when they realized that, they should have been like, "Oh no, this dude wants to kill us."
Well, I mean, they didn't know. I understand Devereaux and Collins. They definitely did not know who he was.
Yeah, but at one point, Devereaux figured it out, and he said,
"Well, yeah,
I killed a bunch of Indonesians over here. Is that okay with you?"
Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Michael Jai White in this movie, man. Number one, he looked a lot bigger, like taller than I normally see him. He looked really tall in this movie. Isn't he like about 6 feet or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because from every time that I've seen him, he's literally like maybe an inch and a half taller than me, but it's his frame that makes him look even taller.
Okay. Well, most of the movies I've seen him in, he doesn't look that tall to me. I always thought like he was like 5'10" or 5'9" or something like that.
He's like 5'11", like 5'11", 6 feet. Like he's right there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 5'11". He's like around my height, if not like a little more. And then like the size just makes him look a little taller, but not like when you stand next to him back to back, he's not that tall.
Yeah. Okay. And his acting in this, it wasn't the best. I've seen him act better.
He's acting way better. And
So I don't know if it was the script that he had that just wasn't. I don't know. It was something seemed off with him in his acting. He seemed like it seemed like he was almost either overacting or something. It just something was off.
Every time I see him as a bad guy, I don't buy it. He's just. I think he's like too likable to be a bad guy.
I don't know, man. He sold me good on Spawn.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was. Yeah, Spawn was okay, but Exit Wounds, he didn't sell me on that one that great.
He sold me on
Universal. And this one he didn't.
Universal Soldier, he played a good bad guy.
Was he a bad guy in that? The first one?
No, the third one. That's the one where he was like the computer.
Yeah. I didn't watch the third one.
Oh, bro, what are you missing out on? Do we need to put that on there?
I didn't watch it either. I didn't.
I guess I know.
I saw the first one way back in the day. Like, what was that? 92 it came out?
We watched the first one.
We watched the first one.
I don't even remember it.
We reviewed it.
That damn fast. Yeah. Maybe so, Angel. Maybe so.
All right.
No. But for real, back
it's in like the day, 8 episodes ago.
Yeah.
That's 2 months. We really just got here, and we just discussed how busy I am on the normal week-to-week basis. You know,
super busy.
Yeah, that's to help me sleep. That's to help me sleep.
Hey. This movie definitely wasn't.
10 minutes is getting started. I'm about to get the party started. Anyway. Yeah. So I've seen him do better in movies that weren't action or martial arts related. That's how I can put that. Okay. Let's see. After barely escaping from Collins twice, Paiu calls Collins and offers a trade. That was not Paiu who made that call. That was the other guy, Longfei. He made the call to Devereaux. And
yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. This is Wikipedia was wrong right here. Anyway, Paiu calls Collins and offers a trade to Xiaoyu Cheyenne for 100,000 and his freedom, asking to meet at the old Polo House. Collins agrees, but tells his crew that Jaka to use all their remaining money to hire shooters to kill them instead. Paiu goes to his old boss and convinces him to give them weapons. They didn't say that guy was his boss. And they didn't even explain that. I really wish they would have went in a little bit more in depth with that, because that seemed like an interesting story had happened. So basically, Paya, he goes to some man who owed him a favor, because he said, "Are you here to call in your marker?" And he said, "I need weapons." And then at the end of it, he said, "Okay, now we're squared away. We're done. I don't owe you anymore." But they never really went in depth as to what had happened. And they didn't say anything. All we know is Paiu he killed 12 people on a mission, and he did something else. I can't remember what that guy said. But I guess he owed Paiu for what he had did in the past. You guys got anything else you guys want to add to any of that?
No, it just would have been real funny to me if it would have been like Dennis Rodman showed up giving weapons.
Oh man, no
go
double
back to
impact.
Double team.
Oh, double team. That's right, double team. No more double team.
I can't believe we really watched that movie. That was my fault.
Longfei and Xiaoyu Cheyenne meet up with Collins and his crew at the location, while Paiu swiftly guns down all the shooters. I like that part. I like that a lot. That was smart.
That was a fun part.
It was, but to me, I would have thought like there should have been people at the entrance that could have stopped them from sneaking in or coming in, or there should have been some type of security outside.
Both sides knew that it was a trap.
Yep.
And still went through with it. So that's what you get.
Yep.
And I didn't know you could silence that gun.
Well, I'm not a gun person, so I just
me neither. I'm really not either. I was kind of like looking like, is he silenced that rifle?
Well, you know what? It was but after people got shot, I mean, they made more noise than the actual shooting. So
Yeah.
you would have thought somebody would have heard something because they were shaking and hitting the ground and everything. And you heard
it might have been like a
rustling.
sniper rifle. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been like a sniper rifle. He was just using it at close range.
Mm-hmm. In the ensuing chaos, Longfei knocks out Joey by smashing a brick on his head and helps Jaco kill Devereaux. After Jaco calls the Chinese ambassador and reveals where Xiao Cheyenne is, he tries to help Payu beats Collins. Payu beat Collins, but it's too much for them. Jaco is kicked off the balcony by Collins. Collins finds Xiao Cheyenne and tries to shoot her, but Longfei jumps in, taking a bullet. Payu arrives and finally kills Collins. Joey wakes up and is about to shoot Payu when Xiao Cheyenne kills him. The next day, Su Fang is arrested. Madame Liang finds Xiao Cheyenne and reveals that Jaco was the one who gave them their location. Madame Liang takes Xiao Cheyenne to the Chinese embassy, and Payu and Longfei jokingly berate Jaco for nearly getting them all killed. And that is the end of the movie.
So now the reason this is, I was trying to figure this out, but I guess the reason it's triple threat is because of the three guys.
Yeah.
Payu, Jaka, and what was it?
Longfei.
Oh, these names.
Yeah.
Sounds like a video game.
So that was it. That was the end of the movie. I enjoyed it. It was okay. Like I said, for those of you who plan to watch this movie after this review, well, you probably won't have to rewind it back to watch it like we did, or at least I did, because we just broke down the explanation for you. But I didn't have that big of an issue with the movie, honestly. Once I saw it again for the second time, I enjoyed it a little bit more. Do you guys have any favorite parts in this movie?
I like the fight scene at the end, and I did like when he was gunning down the people. That was interesting to me. The way
I like that part too. Yeah, I like that part too. I'm like you, Joe. I liked all the fight scenes. I didn't really have any issues with the fight scenes. They didn't seem fake. They didn't seem I don't know. Maybe it was the fact that these guys were really martial artists. I don't know.
Yeah, even Michael Bisping kept to his. He didn't try to get fancy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he looked like he was trying to MMA fight somebody,
mm-hmm.
and that's what he does. So I mean, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of reminded me, like, I almost thought he was like trying to be like Kano.
Mm.
He kind of every once in a while he kind of had that like Kano tone to him.
He did a good job though.
He did. He's decent.
What'd you say, Angel?
Did you feel that way because of his accent?
Yeah, but I think he was trying to be more sinister. Like
personally, I feel like the director said, "Hey, remember, you know how you are in UFC? Just do that.
Yeah,
that's it. Just do that. You're an actor already."
Yeah. Because
he was pretty much an asshole.
He was the best one on the Ultimate Fighter during that season.
I was rooting against him on that season.
So was I, but he was good at it. He was good at making you want to hate him.
Right. I was rooting for. I think,
and he backed it up every time. Oh, I hated it.
Real with you.
I hated him.
I was never a big Michael Bisping fan until after he retired, and I wish I would have appreciated him more, because as much as he was the bad guy and talked all that shit and everything, I give it to him, man. He was always put in some really terrible like fights. Like, whoever was managing him didn't manage his fights well. Number one. Number two, he was probably one of the cleanest ones of his era, and I gotta give him that.
Yeah.
Like, he was,
but
super.
You know clean. My favorite fight. It might have just,
Luke Rockhold.
Nope, Dan Henderson.
Oh, when he elbowed him on the ground, no.
When he knocked him out with that left. He hit him with that left on the button.
But what he did when he hit the floor, Dan Henderson literally jumped and just threw
afterwards, because he didn't realize he was out. We used to do UFC parties like when I was younger. My brother and about 6 of us would switch between our houses, so that way it wasn't just one person paying for it all the time.
Mhm.
And we would do like poker night, and we would get food, and it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. And that fight, we had it up on my buddy's house. It was on a big like a theater projector. And that fight was like, because sometimes these fights, man, you buy them, you get them, and they suck. And I get so mad. But that fight, when he got that right on the button like that, I was like, yes, because I hated him. I wanted to see him get knocked out. I really like Dan Henderson. So yeah, but yeah, Mike Bisping, he was better in this than George St. Pierre was in the kickboxing.
Oh well, yeah, you ain't lying about that. You are not lying about that.
I honestly, I think my favorite Bisping fight is the Rockhold fight. That's always going to be forever my favorite Bisping fight. Like
that was a good fight.
Like
that was a good fight.
Like to see him get over the hump, and then like I mean, I get it. His antics after were a bit much, but like just to see the passion come out of him, I was like, oh, he earned it. Like you know what I like to see? I like to see when the original like tough guys that were on the like the earlier installments of the shows that they finally get that championship. They get like their just due. Because, like, man, I remember watching Tough when I was like...
It's not many of them. Not many of them.
Not many of them even get that chance. It's so rare. Someone I always think about who... I'm not going to say he's the biggest bust of, like, Tough, but, like, we all thought he was going to do more than he is, was Uriah Hall. Man,
yeah.
He was, like, they built him up like he was going to be, like, the next God's gift.
Okay, but he got a lucky kick. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it was great. And it was, I mean, it was a nice kick. He knocked that dude out. You can't, when you knock someone out with a spinning hook kick like that, I mean, it's nice.
It is.
You know what? Hold on. Speaking of that, did you guys see Russ bust my man in the with the spinning hook kick while his head was down? Did you guys see that Karate Combat?
Oh yeah.
Dude, the way the ring was, his head was like on the thing, and Russ kicked him and watched his head bounce up against the ring. It was crazy.
Bro, Ross did a spinning axe kick. That shit was.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like a spinning axe kick. It just
yes,
his head like a basketball.
That. Yeah, I saw that.
We all were like, damn.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Let me tell you, they need to change them damn rules. That was like a platform for Ross to throw the kick. Like that was messed up. Like that was wild. But yeah, like nah, man. Listen, I always say like Uriah Hall is one of those people that he like everyone thought he was gonna be this big thing, and he just never filled those shoes. And that's why
I think he win like 2 fights in a row and then just got knocked out like 4 times.
Yeah. You know what though? But I also blame that on Dana because Dana's known for fast tracking everybody. Like he fast tracks like everybody. As soon as you get if you get a highlight reel knockout, within 3 fights you're fighting for the title. As long as you win, as long as you win within 3 fights, you're fighting for the title. Like oh man, like who's one of the prime examples? Darren Till. Darren Till, he messed up Darren Till's career. He gave him Tyron Woodley way too early.
Yeah, I definitely don't follow the last few years. I definitely don't follow the UFC like I used to. So I didn't see what happened with Darren Till.
So Darren Till, like this happened, I want to say like within like that 2013, 2017 era. Like Darren Till was like 11-0, 13-0. He was from the UK. So Dana thinks he has another Conor because we all know like you get the UK market, Ireland, that's huge. Like you get their support. And they're kind of like Brazil. Like they're fanatics about their people.
Yep.
He puts him up against Darren Till. Darren Till got knocked out, I think, or got it was like a unanimous decision. He got starched by Tyron Woodley when Tyron Woodley was at his prime. He gave him to Darren Till way too early, but they thought Till was gonna beat Tyron Woodley. Next thing you know, Darren Till goes and fights Masvidal, and Masvidal knocked him out cold. And I was like, you ruined this dude's career. Like, build him up. Like you gotta build him up. You can't.
Well, I mean, I feel like that should be the case with a lot of fight. Like people that come into the UFC, we should not look up and see somebody with a 2-fight record or 5 fights in MMA. That should not be happening in the UFC. That just shouldn't happen.
I agree. I agree with that. One thing. This is why, like, I say, like, so I have a love-hate relationship with boxing. I hate boxing because I feel like we wait too long to get those matchups that we want to see, and Dana makes them happen quicker, right? But I love boxing because they understand that there's a progression. Like you have to build people up. That's the reason why they have 4-rounders, 6, 8, 10s, and then like your title eliminators, and then you go fight for the title. Like it sucks because it takes forever to see that person fight whoever you want them to see. But when they get to that fight, they're both seasoned. Now one of them may have more wins just because of the champion, but there's like at least like a general level that everyone's at. So like Dana. He's like, he sees a highlight reel, and he's like, okay, you're going to win this fight. We'll have your next opponent will be in the top 15, next opponent top 10, next one top 5. You win those, you have an automatic title shot. And I'm like, dude, like that's not how it should be. You can't do that. Because realistically, that's, let's say 3 or 4 fights. That means 4 fight camps. There's no way he's progressed that much in 4 fight camps, right? You look at boxing, yeah, it's when guys are fighting for the title, it's like they're like 20-0, 21-1. But they had like 20 fight camps, so now they are really seasoned in their skill. So that's
they fought in amateurs and the people that do amateurs.
A lot of people don't do the amateurs for MMA. It is almost, to be honest with you, I thought about it and then I saw the rules and everything. And I said, why wouldn't I just go be a pro right out from the gate? To do amateur MMA, it makes no sense.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, because you want to get a little bit of some experience. I get it. But man, you're not really, I mean, that is a dangerous sport to not get money. That is ridiculous. If that's the case, if they're going to do that, in my opinion, there should not be ground and pound. You should immediately go into grappling if you go to the ground, if you're an amateur.
Yo, it's crazy you say that. I just had a talk with, I did sparring yesterday in, one of the dudes there, his name is like Mark G. We were talking, and he was like, yo, I remember when hybrid fighting was really big. Now, Mark G used to be in the WCL, in the World Combat League. Okay. So I was like, what are you talking about? Because he still does point fighting. And he was like, you don't know what hybrid is? I'm like, no. He was like, yo, there was a time where like it was all stand-up, and there was no ground and pound. When you got to the ground, it was only jiu-jitsu. And I was like, man, I guess he told me, he was like, it was taken off at one point. And I'm like, that's actually pretty smart. Like
it is pretty interesting. I like that.
That makes someone, you have to be really technical at both. You can't just like wing it and like, I might be good, I might not be good. Because that's sometimes what it is in the UFC. Some guys, they really, you hear like he's a world champion, but he's only like maybe a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. And I'm saying like maybe. Some dudes aren't. Like they don't even have a belt in jiu-jitsu. Some of them don't even, a lot of them don't do like, no, all they do is no gi. But they're not getting a belt system through no gi. They're just like doing what they need to learn for the camp. There's so many different ways to view it, man. But also, let me ask you guys: are you guys into boxing or no?
I like boxing.
It just depends on who's boxing.
So I'm only telling you guys. So I'm putting this out there. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion. Don't run to the bank with this. All my listeners, don't run to the bank with this. I'm just gonna give you my personal experience. Quick little story. You guys remember when Canelo fought Dimitri Bivol, right? Like Canelo had a fight a week ago. Okay, I'm a fight fanatic. I watch kickboxing. I watch Muay Thai. I watch Lethwei in Thailand. Like I have a UFC fight pass. I watch all types of fighting because I just love fighting. I genuinely love studying the sport. So I'm listening to the boxing analysts, and everyone was saying like this is the dangerous fight for Canelo before he fought. Everyone was like, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. I've never bet on a fight before. In my mind, I said, damn, I should bet on this fight. But I'm like never done it, so I was like 50-50 kind of scared. And I was like, I don't want to bet against Canelo. I just feel like that's not smart. I was like, maybe I'll make 2 bets. One if he wins, one if he loses. Right?
Cancel yourself out, bro.
That's what I was thinking.
So I'm like, maybe I'll do that. But again, I've never bet, so I don't even know how to like do the bet. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm not gonna do it. Friday night, Canelo was a plus 200 favorite. Dimitri Bivol was like a minus 150. It like the odds ended up being like 25-1 or something crazy. And something in my heart was like bet on Dimitri. I didn't bet. I woke up the next day, I almost broke my damn phone. This man won a unanimous decision. You know how much I would have won if I would have bet? I would have made like close to like $2,000 or something. And I was like, damn it. So I say this because this past weekend, Javonte Davis knocked out Rolly Romero. Bad. Beautiful knockout. I kind of knew that one was gonna happen. I honestly I didn't like the way Rolly Romero was talking. Something about his like accent, it just got me upset. So I didn't really want him to win. But Devin Haney fights George Kambosos. Now, George like defied all odds. He was a 30-1 underdog his last fight, and he ended up beating and won like all 4 belts. So Devin Haney's going to fight for all 4 belts. I've watched this dude since I was in college. He is nice. He is honestly on like that Floyd Mayweather like track. Like he's really good. They have him as an underdog, and I'm like, I'm gonna bet this time. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna bet because I know I'm probably gonna fucking lose, and I'm gonna be like, damn it, I picked the wrong one to bet on. So I'm just telling people, if you might want to take a chance, you got like $10, $15, $20, just play with it. You know, make sure your babies have food though. Don't do it if you have to go buy formula. You got $20, bet it on Devin Haney. See what happens. He might win, he might lose. This is the only issue. He's an underdog because he's going to Australia where the champion's from, and he's fighting him in his home turf. So everyone's like, man, like the judges, it's gonna be rigged. Like he's have to score a knockout. I think he could outpoint him. I think he could beat him with technique. I'm just putting that out there. So Joe, Gene, you got $20. I'm telling you, go put it on Devin Haney.
Hold on one second. You just came back. Did you say you just came back from Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Okay.
You must have been gambling.
He had to have, because we're looking at you, man. Your eyes are jumping all around. You gambled this weekend, didn't you?
No. I don't even know how to gamble. It's just
you ain't stopping no casino. You ain't put no money on the Celtics or nothing.
Listen, let me tell you something. I should have bet on the Celtics. I had a feeling they were gonna win. I'm telling you, I'm starting to get these premonitions. God is speaking to me, and I feel like I need to listen. I really do.
If God is speaking to you, it's not for betting. I'm telling you that right now.
But I'm just
That's how you develop a habit. What are we rating this movie? Come on, Gene.
That's
what
it sounds like. Sounds like Angel's starting to turn into he's starting to develop a habit here. But
we're gonna keep our eyes on you, man. You gotta start seeing me do this now. I don't know what happened, man. Like,
yeah, we gonna have to keep our eye on him one day. You know, one day we're gonna go out to Las Vegas for the Martial Arts Super Show. We're gonna do whole man game. I'm serious. Me and Trav talked about this.
Can I put a timeout?
Go ahead.
I'm going to the Super Show.
For this year?
I'm representing Team Revolution and Century at the Super Show.
Okay, you got a booth, huh?
No, I got picked from Century.
I mean, so you're gonna be at a booth.
I'm gonna be doing seminars.
I mean, you're just not going. I mean, but throughout the day, you're gonna have to be standing somewhere.
All I know is I'm doing seminars, demonstration, and I'm 24 and in Vegas. That's all I know.
And passing out postcards that say "Listen to Fist Kicks and Flicks" every Wednesday.
Listen, I'm being serious. I'm gonna take our shirt out there. I'm not dropping the ball this time. I'm not dropping the ball this time. If I meet any movie stars, I'll force them on our show. I swear to God.
Okay, do your thing. I mean, because there are going to be plenty of martial arts celebrities out there. So get to see. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You guys want to go? You guys get tickets. We'll go nuts out there. Oh my God! Imagine if there's a fight, we could bet on the fight. Oh,
see, there we go. Angel wants us, Joe, to lose our money with him, but we have kids. We have kids and responsibilities.
I'm not allowed to bet without my wife, so.
Now, Joe, you can't come on this podcast talking like that. Now, we cannot be saying stuff like that. Joe, you're going to get a bunch of text messages now and Facebook messages.
That's all right.
Hey, great. Hey, good job. Because now I'm going to get a call saying
because
Vegas also.
I don't have a problem. I would have a problem because I do gamble, and if I gamble and I get up, I did this already. I got up.
I think Joe would be talking shit. I think Joe would be talking shit. I think he would be talking big shit.
Hey, Joe. Listen, Joe would be like, I started from rush hour. Oh God!
I started with $20, and I was playing video poker, and she was right next to me, and I got up like $200, and I started max betting, and then I got up $300, and I started max betting that. And she looked over and she said, "Are you betting $20?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And I said, "I'm winning money." And she looked and she goes, cash out. Cashed out, gave me $20 out of that, and then I lost it all. And I said,
"Oh man."
why did you do that? I was on a run. She goes, you were going to lose it all. I said, I'm playing with house money. I turned $20 into $300. It's only going up from here. So yes, I have a problem.
Man, I can just see it now. Can't you, Angel? The waiter comes over, brings Joe a drink. Joe takes.
Oh, if I'm drinking, it's definitely bad.
Joe takes a little sip of his whiskey, and then say, "You asshole! This ice cube is not cold enough. Bring me another drink, you bitch."
Oh Lord!
All right,
now you're just making me out to be a jerk. Well, if we're really going to get into it, I'm going to have to do something that's HR inappropriate, I guess.
All right, let's grade this movie. Triple Threat. What do you guys give it?
You vegan, you wanted to do this to me on purpose. You vegans are out to get me.
Here we go again. Joe, what do you grade this movie?
Man, I'll give it a C+.
Okay. Angel, what do you give the movie?
I was giving it a C.
Interesting. I am giving it a B-.
Wow.
The only reason I'm giving it a B- is because the beginning. If you're the first time watching this, you're not. At least I didn't get it the first time, so I had to pull it back. But once I did watch it and I got it, I enjoyed it. I didn't have any other issues.
This might be a historic moment where Gene rated a movie higher than us.
Maybe. All right. What are we watching next?
We could do the Ip Man series. We can finish that out, or we can start Umbach.
Wait, what? Okay, this is 96. I think we should do Umbach because I'm gonna tell you right now. I have a good idea for. I have a good idea for either episode 100, or we could do that episode now, and then Umbach will take us until episode 100.
We still haven't decided on what we were watching for 100, have we?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, we could do Umbach, and the last one will be episode 100. If I give us another one now.
I don't care. I just want a good movie to be 100.
Like a famous movie or like a good movie?
A good movie. Both. A good movie that everybody's going to like. Hopefully, everybody's going to like.
I don't know, man.
All right. It ain't going to be Surf Ninjas. We gonna eventually get to Surf Ninjas, but not for episode 100. It's not gonna be Surf Ninjas. I'm sorry.
What do you got other than Umbach?
What happened?
What do you got other than Umbach?
So there's this movie called Kudo Obi, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched it when I was a kid. It's in subtitles. But to be honest with you, it's probably one of the best karate movies I've ever seen, like pure karate movies I've ever seen. I'm being serious.
What's it on right now?
It's on Amazon Prime. I'm looking at it right now.
And how the hell do you spell that?
Kuro and then space Obi. Kudo Obi. It's basically called Black Belt. That's what it's called in English. It's I'm not gonna lie to you, it's actually one of the better pure karate movies I've ever seen. Like straight up pure karate.
I'll give it a try. It looks interesting.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It has a story. It has a plot. It has a really good like outline. In my mind, it was actually really good. So, and it was all subtitles. And you guys know how I feel about subtitles, but it was actually.
I don't mind subtitles.
No, I would watch it again. I would read it. I actually like that movie.
It takes place in 1932. Yeah.
So look, I'll give you the quick overview. Basically, what happened is so there was a dojo. They had three. The instructor had like three students, three of his best students, but there was one that was the better one out of the two or out of the other three. The instructor, Japan was going around like seizing dojos, and basically he told the army, "You got to fight my students. If you beat them, you end up winning." And the instructor had a fight between. So he had the two students, the one that was a better one and the one that was like second best. The one that was better, he was like kind of evil and just wanted to hit people and hurt them. The other one had a heart and had passion. So basically, that's how the movie goes. They end up fighting each other eventually. But just the whole way the movie went around, it was actually really good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A good story. So,
Okay.
if you guys want to watch that in the next one, and then we unbox will take us until, if we do unbox, it'll take us until 100.
How many episodes is that?
Unbox, I say we should watch the.
How many movies? It's 3 movies. Okay.
Yeah. I like how Joe said. I think there's more. Where Tony Jaa is in it, it's better to watch those ones than all the others.
Okay. All right. So what'd you say the name of this movie we're watching next week?
You can put in, if you put in black belt, it'll come up.
Put in
really?
What?
It says black belt Kuroobi.
Kuroobi. Kuro Obi.
Yeah, put that in our group chat.
I'll put it in there, and I'll take a screenshot of what it looks like on Google, so you'll know it's that exact one.
Cool. All right, you guys got any closing remarks?
No, I'm
Make
good,
sure
man.
you
Have a
place
safe
your bets
holiday.
this weekend. Place your damn bets. Go.
All right. I guess I can wrap it up. Do you guys hear the fireworks?
No.
Man, it sounds like a war going on outside. Okay, cool. I didn't know if it was messing up the podcast, and I didn't know if you can hear it in the background or not. But man, it sounds like World War III going on outside my window right now. All right, cool. So everybody, stay safe, stay strong, and we'll holler at you guys next week. And I'm going to play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.